back for the first time to the Cozy Arts. I am Cherish, your Cozy Arts practitioner, and I rebranded. I rebranded. I wanted to have a channel title that reflected more on the focus of my videos, which is mostly just cozy stuff, like cozy stuff around the home, lots of crocheting, art. I mean, hopefully more art, because I don't honestly do as much art as I would like to do, but yarn stuff, needle felting, gardening, which I understand, you know, doesn't really fit in the arts, but it kind of still fits in the vibe. I still plan on putting out some multiple chemical sensitivity focused videos, but typically if I have a video where that is the focus, I throw a canary on the thumbnail. So if that's what you're into, keep an eye out for that canary. Otherwise, let's get cozy. And today let's talk sewing, which I haven't done in a million years, other than to talk about how my sewing machine and I are in a fight. I started this project. I started this video like almost a year ago, the beginning of last summer. I started to make myself a whole new wardrobe, and I wanted to like make a whole summer wardrobe in a week. And that turned out to be way longer than a week. And then once I got things done, I didn't end up taking the reveal footage because I don't know what happened in August, but I got really stressed and I gained like 15 pounds. It had a lot of body image issues and I couldn't finish the video. And also, quite frankly, a lot of sewing machine issues because my sewing machine and I were in a fight, and trying to make my sewing machine do a lot of sewing in a short amount of time was a bad idea. But good news, because recently I've been watching a lot of Sarah Spaceman videos. The way that Sarah Spaceman makes her videos is really helpful because honestly, she breaks down sewing in a way that I shouldn't need broken down for me. Like, I have sewn for a long time. Like, I am over 40. I have sewn for such a long time that I shouldn't need things broken down in the way that she breaks them down and over explains them, but oh my god, is it helpful. So helpful. So, all this to say, I don't know that my sewing machine and I are in a fight anymore. I think we made up. But if my sewing machine and I are still in a fight, the good news is that I've started teaching my child to sew. And my vintage sewing machine is kind of a pain to learn on. It doesn't do well with like slow speeds. It's kind of like stopped or fast. And I don't think it's the safest machine for children to learn on. So we have a new sewing machine in our life, guys. We bought my child their own sewing machine that they can take with them as into adulthood. They don't have a really heavy machine that's trapped in a cabinet, but they have like a portable machine, and it seems really nice. It doesn't have all the bells and whistles of like a quilting machine, but I think it's going to be a really good sewing machine to carry them into adulthood. If they really want to get into something else as they get older, then they can get another sewing machine. But I think it's a good machine. And the best part is they said that I can use it. So now, not only do I have a serger and a vintage machine, but I also have access to a Genome easy to use machine. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to do lots of sewing. So in that spirit, I've got a basket full of clothes from that video that I started that I haven't finished yet. And there's one project that fully needs to be finished, and a couple of projects that just need a little zhuzhing. We need to bump them up a little. So first of all, we have this shirt. They all have the Peter Pan collar because I just love it. Like overalls and Peter Pan collars, this is my new jam. This one, ooh, the lighting makes this look like a better color for me than it is. This is not a great color for me. It's a little too light. One of the things that I did to try to counteract that is I added some embroidery. But I added the embroidery before, ooh, sorry for kicking you. I added the embroidery before I like sewed it up. And I don't know if you can tell what the problem is. Sure, you can tell what the problem is. The problem is that it's just not enough. So I need to do more. But then of course the problem is that it's already sewed up. I did a pretty good job with this collar. Oh well. We'll see how I fix this problem. And that other thing that I made that I finished for the summer video that I never actually finished is these overalls, which, ooh, yeah, still like things I could have done better. It looks like this is really fraying a lot, so. But these overalls are pretty cute, and they have some embroidery on them. They have some embroidery on them where I needed to close up some holes. Things didn't really go to plan with the serger. So I think that's really cute. Ooh, I think that's really cute. My main problem with these shorteralls is that they are I don't really like wearing short shorts. So I need them to be longer so that I can be more comfortable in them. So I am going to, there's not a lot to let out, but I'm going to unpick this little hem, so that'll get me a little more, but then I think like it's not that much more. So then I think the next thing to do is look through my stash to see if I have any of this left, and then maybe finish it with like a really big binding, or if I have any little lace, I can maybe put some lace trim on the bottom. They need to be longer, much longer. I also made this shirt out of the same material as the overalls, but like I didn't really intend for it to actually be a nice shirt. I was just making it to see if I could, and it's fine, but this might have to get sacrificed to make my shorts less shorts. And then the last thing that I need to finish, I was going to film the process of adding the snaps to them as part of that video, but I didn't get around to it, partly because I think I might have lost some crucial pieces of the snap machinery, which is one of the reasons why I've been using my plastic snaps for my shirts. It's because the metal snaps are a pain in the butt because you have to change the die each time, and also because I think I lost some stuff, and also because like you just need to like make a hole in the fabric to get this stuff through. The plastic ones are much easier to use, but the metal ones do look nicer. So depending on whether or not I have the materials to add metal snaps, then I'm going to put the metal snaps on here. Otherwise, it might have to be plastic. But these, I mean, I never finished hemming them, and they're way too long, so I need to take them up a bit when I hem them. Oh my gosh, you can see how much my machine and I were not getting along. So it makes it really hard. It makes it really hard to finish projects when every step of the way is a fight. But considering how much of a fight it was, I think that these are pretty okay. Apart from the fact that these straps are way too long, and I don't like the way it feels. Like that's one of the problems I have with the overalls. I don't know that I can change, is the back comes up too high, and I don't like the way it's putting pressure on me. I think what I'm going to end up doing is taking some height out of this, but I'm not sure how to do that. Maybe like that. Not sure how I'm going to end up doing that. So we'll see. So those are the goals to finish these projects. Is definitely finish the long overalls. Hopefully lengthen the short overalls. And maybe add some embroidery to the pink shirt. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, I can do better on this anyway. I think the solution is that I am going to unpick the whole collar, but instead of embroidering, I'm going to add another layer of this to the collar, because these colors look really good against my skin and my face. This color does not. And I think even adding embroidery, it would be a lot of work for it to still be kind of so-so, but I think this this fabric is gonna make it pop. So now all we gotta do is unpick a million things. And I do have a little bit of lace that I can put on the bottom of this. But I think maybe I think I'm gonna have to sacrifice that shirt so I can have more of this material because I could not find any more. Ooh, I am now seeing that I was so frustrated with my machine that it looks like I hand stitched this down. So the good news is that unpicking the hem should be really easy. And the bad news is that it only gets me like a thumb's worth more fabric. Oh no, do I like that though? This is the wrong side, but I might like that. Don't really have much choice because I don't have enough of this fabric to do it again. I know it's the wrong side, but I think I like this. Okay, we'll see. finished these little overalls, and it's longer now. It's long enough so that, well, like my thighs eat them a little bit. It's much more manageable. They do a lot better job of staying out of my crotch a little bit better. So they're much improved. I really should add some sort of embroidery detail, since I only have these teeny tiny details right here. They're very sweet. Overall, very happy with them. It's still lovely light overalls from when it's really hot. Today is not hot. Today is a little cold, a little too cold for these overalls. So let's see what else we got. It would be a little bit better if I could have made this a bit smaller. That wasn't really something that I was thinking about. I don't know if it would have been possible, but I did finish the collar. I made a mistake when I was cutting out this purple fabric, and I accidentally sewed it down with the wrong side out, and I had already spent like a whole day and a half just undoing stitches, like especially serged stitches, and I wasn't going to do that again because I didn't think it would all survive if I unpicked it again. But I'm really glad that I actually did it the wrong side out, because it's just a softer look, and this pink is so like dusty and soft that I think it makes it blend a bit better. So it's done, and like, I don't know if you can tell how much this color is not good against my face. It's not a great color for me. So like this collar really just helps it work for me a bit better. So hopefully I will get more use out of it this summer. So we've got this cute little outfit. I've made overalls! Oh. And they're much cuter than I thought they were the last time I tried them on. So I'm happy. There are things that I haven't quite done to finish it, like I should do something to tack the facing a bit better. And I think that the way it wants to sit is like a little low. I think this all needs to come up a little bit. So I think I should have taken a little bit more out, but it's much more comfortable with this lower down. So if I make this pattern again, I'm definitely going to take 3 inches out of the back, 7 inches off of the legs, because I have short legs. But honestly, like, I have this overall pattern that I've had for so long, and after I bought it, I realized that it was too small for me. So it's been my goal to eventually make it work on my body. So that might be something that we see in the future, because I really want to make another pair of overalls. But I don't want to make this again. I feel like I like these, but I want to do something a little bit different next time. But I am so excited to try again with a sewing machine that doesn't hate me, because looking at this I can see all the places where the sewing machine hated me, and I really should just like unpick everything and start over again. But oh, hiccups. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to unpick everything and start over again, because I'm happy. And this shirt was one of the things that I made for the video last summer that you're never going to see, but I do wear it all the time. There was a dress that I made all the time. There's a lot of things. There are so many things that I made for that video that I wear all the time. And you're just gonna have to take my word for it. But anyway, oh, it's really cute, this. Sorry, I'm super in love. And now I am so much closer to having a wardrobe made of things that I made for me. So there are things that I like and want to wear, and I think once that happens, I'm gonna have to go through all of my other clothes and make sure that I get rid of stuff I don't actually wear, because honestly last summer I just lived in like this that I made myself. So I'm working on a sweater, and then I'm gonna make a cardigan. And then I think I'm maybe a couple more long sleeve shirts. I think I'm good. I've got these overalls. Oh, one of the things that I did when I made this change, one of the things I did to this pattern is I added a little bit of elastic. Same thing with the shorts, but I added a little bit of elastic in the straps because I love my Duluth trading overalls, and they have elasticated straps, and that's what makes them so good. It makes them comfortable because you can move around and you don't feel confined. They're just nicely supported. Oh, and I'm so glad I figured out a trick for putting on these snaps, because putting them on the short overalls was a nightmare. So now that I can do it streamlined, I might have to do more and more metal straps. I'm just excited. It's gonna be a whole new era. It's just there's so many possibilities now that I have sewing machines that don't hate me, and I know how to use my snap tools. Good things are coming, so subscribe so that you can see them. Thank you so much for sharing this with me, and I will see you next time. Bye!